There's my record button. And I'm going to go ahead and lock the meeting since I'm here too. All righty. Let's go to participants. So finding a comfortable place, whether that's sitting or lying on your back. Huh. Now they move something around. Okay, sorry, just trying to find the lock meeting that used to be. Let's see, is it over there? All right, so as you're lying or sitting, let's go ahead and start breathing here. Not that you stopped breathing, but just feel whatever you're feeling as you connect to the earth. Oops, it says I'm muted, sorry. All right, there we go. No, there we go. No, I'm not muted. Okay, good. All right, so laying on your back or sitting up, feeling all the places that the earth connects to your back body or underneath you. You can close your eyes for a few minutes if you'd like. Oh, it's automatically recorded. Okay, good. And then just start to feel the movement of your breath. So taking a nice easy inhale, feeling that filling through the belly, the ribs, the lungs. Take a nice easy exhale. So just feeling a deeper, gentler breath. Great. So feeling that deeper, gentler breath. So good to focus on our breathing capacity. Just focusing on respiration strengthens all of those internal muscles. It's good to keep our lungs nice and healthy, especially now. So if you'd like to, at the top of your next gentle inhale, you can pause for a beat and then slowly, comfortably exhale. And just take a pause, just a pause for a beat, and then inhale. Pause, exhale. So just working at your own pace. So just thinking today what you need from your practice, what will help you flourish. Feeling any movement that the breath creates, and how does that feel in your body today? Great. Working wherever you like to work. So if you've just joined us, you turn your video on, I will be able to see you in my gallery view. I won't call you out, I'll offer. I can offer. You can turn your video off if you want, but if your video is turned on, I can see you. I've muted everyone, but you can unmute to ask me a question. And then when you're ready, make your way, if you aren't sitting already, just make your way into a sitting position, whether that's on a chair or on a block. And if you've already been sitting, that's fine too. Whatever feels comfortable. And make a little space for whatever intention, affirmation, quality is coming up for you. So you can make a little space for what you need for the rest of the day or whatever's been resonating with you, just honoring that, letting it be positive and affirming. So we're just going through so much right now. Our bodies are going through so much. our minds as we're just trying to get used to this not quite new normal. So just kind of take it easy today. Slow it down, pick it up if you need to. Let's start with a little being in your body, a little somatic work. So I'm going to ask you to hold onto your elbows about navel height. Doesn't matter which hand's on top. And we're going to go, starting going to the right, we're going to go right, left, that's 1, right, left, 2, and right, left, 3. So we're just going to do that 1, 2, 3, and then we'll take our forearms to about chest height, right, left, right, left. We'll do that 3 times, and then lifting up, I'll count this time. Going, having the hands at the forehead, 1, 2, 3. Good. And then lower. We'll do that a couple of more times. So just going at your own pace. Going to the right, 1, 2, and 3. So just sliding from right to left. We'll always start going to the right. Bring the hands to center. Right. Good. And then up by the forehead. 1, 2, 3. Good. Last time through, hands above or forearms above the belly. 1, 2, 3. Good. Hands at chest height. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then lifting the arms. 1, 2, 3. Good. So these somatic, these subtle, not so subtle movements, these somatic bring us into our body, help our nervous system regulate. Go ahead, look to the right, and just silently see what you see. Just notice colors, shapes. Maybe you're looking at a wall or an object. Just be fully present to what you're observing. Bring your head to center and then turn to the left, allowing yourself to be fully present to what you're observing. Shapes, colors. And then coming on back to center. Let's go ahead and take the hand. So if you're on a block, you might want to come up. We're just going to do a little seated cat-cow. So hands could come to the knees. You could exhale, find that nice rounding in the upper back. Inhale, find the extension through the upper back and lumbar. So just moving at your own pace here. Just feeling that nice C, cat shape. And that cow tilt. Oh, yeah. And feeling the goodness of your breath moving in as you come into your cow tilt or that extension, and exhaling into the flexion, into the cat stretch. If there's any other movement that would feel good here, I'm going to take a few circles around my hips with my ribs, if that feels good. I'm going to circle a few times in the other direction. And then making your way to standing. Let's come to standing, Tadasana, mountain pose. Just placing your feet, they could be hip distance apart, a little closer. Just kind of glance down to be sure they're basically kind of doing the same thing, going in the same direction. And then you could either bring your hands over your heart, your hands together over your heart, or let the arms extend long besides your hips. So you can see which feels right for you today. Let's lift your toes and then reach a little bit through the crown of the head. So feel that lift from the floor up. And then you can set the toes down. And feel through the ball mount of the pinky toe, the ball mount of the big toe, the inner and outer edge of your heel. Just feeling all the places that you're connecting to the earth. And if your hands are on your heart, let them come to the side here and feel that little drawing in of the armpit, so that armpit chest area. So feel the armpits lightly lifting, but feel the shoulders gently sliding away from your ears as you reach the fingers towards the floor. But the crown of the head and the grounding through the feet lift you up. So finding a little of that opposing energy, grounding down through the fingertips and through the feet, but to lift up. And then release. Let's go ahead and just give our wrists a little shake. And you can roll your shoulders here, alternate, kind of like you're swimming. So see what you need here. Listen, what do you need to flourish? What do your shoulders need in terms of a little bit of organic movement right now? And then same thing for your neck. You could lower the chin and lift the chin. Take a little angle the ear to the shoulder and drop forward, angling to the other side. Exploring what your neck might need here. Some movement and a little bit of stretch that feels good for your neck. And coming to center. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Good. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach up. Good. Turn the thumbs towards the back, pinky fingers towards the front, reaching tall, letting the shoulder blades sink down. Good. And then bring the arms to goal post and float down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Good. Pinkies forward, thumbs back. See if you can kind of keep that position as you come into goal pose, keeping the top of the shoulders soft and reaching down. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over. You can let that left arm dangle, taking a lateral stretch here over to the left or whatever side you're going to. So you can feel that nice, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Cohesion, connection through the right side body as you contract through the left. And then just again, find a comfortable place for your neck. Inhale, reach up and exhale, float the right arm down. Inhale, left arm up, right arm can dangle, and exhale, lateral stretch. So again, we're working on creating space in the rib cage, space for the breath, deeper, gentler breaths today. Inhale, reach the left arm up and exhale to release. Right arm comes up, bend the elbow, and then reach the left arm up to hold on to that elbow and take a lateral stretch, exhaling over to the left. Maybe feeling a nice little tricep stretch or feeling some opening through the armpit. I'm feeling some length. I'm feeling some length from that hip point. I just feel like I got a little, like an inch and a half longer on that right side. Inhale, come up, and exhale, release. Let's try that on the left side, or at least with the left arm up. And we'll come to the right. Hold on to the elbow. Feel that good tricep stretch, maybe armpit stretch. Maybe you feel like you get a little more space between the hip point and the waist. That's where I'm feeling a little of this here, all along the side. Oh, yeah. And inhale, come on to center. Exhale to release. Okay, so with the feet about hip distance apart, and I'll just turn sideways here, we're just going to play with some easy sort of squats or Utkatasana, sort of chair pose. So you can start to sit down, hips are going to go back, knees are just going to see over the ankles, arms could come forward or up, kind of see what feels right for you. So we're going to exhale to lower, and then inhale, reach the arms up. Good. Exhale to sit back. So again, arms could be parallel. So you find the right place. Maybe, don't try not to let the hips come any lower than the knees. Inhale, coming up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to reach up. So starting to lubricate the hips, lubricate the hips And the knees, if there's any discomfort, if this doesn't feel good, modify or skip. So just kind of see here. Whew. And let's take one more. And reach up. Good. Exhale, release. All right. Face me, take a straddle stretch, or face whichever way you want. Doesn't matter. Take a straddle stretch. Good. Let the outer and inner edges of the feet feel the weight. If you need a chair or a prop, if you've got a block, if you want a block here, that's fine. We're going to hinge forward. So you're going to feel the creases of the hips hinging forward. Hands could come to the floor or your chair. And then I'm going to ask you to walk the hands out, but keep your hips over your heels. So like it's like a down dog, if that's available. If not, hands right under the shoulders. They could rest on a chair. They could rest on a block. Yeah. Stretch the arms forward, let the hips stretch back a little. Let your neck lengthen and release. Good. Breathing here. Try lifting the toes. Finding that toe extension just for fun, and then you can set them back down. Maybe lift them up again. What does that do to the rest of your foot? And just get curious about that and release. But you could even slide a little, just let your hips kind of slide a little side to side. What does that feel like? Good. And then carefully walk your hands back under your shoulders. Inhale, take the hands to the hips, stretch the chest forward, and take an exhale here. Inhale to come on back to standing. Good, you can step or heel and toe your feet together, coming back to mountain pose. Good. And feeling that grounding down to lift up, stretching the fingers down to lift up through the armpit chest a little bit there. All right, we're going to take a second straddle stretch. So take the feet about legs distance apart. But feel those nice hip creases right here. Exhale to fold forward. Now the hands can stay underneath the shoulders. You could play around with walking your hands back between your feet. So again, any option that feels right for you, but you could try that more. Maybe if you get a little low to the ground with the head, maybe the head gets a little closer to the floor. Again, if that doesn't feel right for you or it's not available, hand can be on a block. You can just take a forward fold, hand on the block, hand on a chair. Try what you tried before. Otherwise, hands can walk back, hands parallel to the feet. Somebody asked for some extra hip today. It was on the agenda anyway. And then a little, if it feels good to kind of swing your torso a little side to side, kind of see how that is. Walk the hands carefully forward. Take your hands to your hips as you inhale halfway. Take an exhale. Press down through the feet. Rise up as you inhale. Good. Step the feet forward. Good. You can shake it out a little bit here. In fact, we'll do helicopters. So go ahead and just kind of let your arms swing here. Start to feel the rib cage. Rotate side to side. You could slow this down. You could speed this up. You could find the pace. Preferably you find the pace that's right for you. And start to look behind you if that's available. I'm going to start to let the gaze turn behind you. Have a little fun here. Maybe your hands just kind of hit your outer hips or your rib cage. And come on back to center. Whew, good. All right, last straddle stretch. We're going to do straddle stretch number 3. So step the feet at least legs distance apart. So this time an invitation to interlace the hands behind the low back. So I'm going to gently draw the shoulder blades together. And maybe you even have a sense that you're kind of squeezing the skin on your upper back. Squeezing that together a little bit. If this is feeling too intense or you're worried about your balance, then you're going to just take your regular forward fold. Otherwise, exhale. Good, to hinge forward. And so not so much, we're not necessarily trying to really stretch those hands towards over your head, but maybe just, again, keeping the upper arm strong and squeezing the skin together in your upper back, feeling the shoulder blades drawing towards each other. An opportunity too to see here, can you feel the buttock bones or those sits bones lifting and opening? So maybe feeling a little space in the pelvic floor. Right. Release the hands. Good. Walk them to the floor in front of you. Take your hand to your hip. Inhale. Carefully press down as you rise up. Good. And hopefully, yay. There we go. Now we come back here. There we go. Yay. And then come on back up to standing. Oh, good. All right. So have a little fun. We're going to step again wide one more time. Actually, no, let's just take one more Tadasana. Let's just take a little break in Tadasana. Let's bring the hands over your heart. So you could bring whichever hand on the bottom, whichever hand on top. Find your breath. Take a few of those deeper, gentler breaths. A gentle inhale to the top with a pause. And exhale all the way, letting all of the air go comfortably. And taking a pause. Just a couple more of those. So gentler, deeper breath. Pausing just for a heartbeat on either side of your breath. All right, let's have the hands come down. All right, let's step wide one last time, but we're not going to do a straddle stretch. We're going to turn the toes out and bend the knees. So a little bit of that goddess pose. We're going to hinge forward here. You can have the elbows. You can keep the elbows light. We'll do a catcher stretch. Exhaling to turn towards the right if that feels good. So you keep a little bend in that elbow and see how that is. Oh, yeah. And when you're ready, you can inhale through the center and exhale over to the left. Keep a little softer elbows today. And then just turning side to side. At your own pace. Feeling that good catcher stretch. Come back, end on the left. If you started with me on the right, end on the left. Come on back to center. Round the spine. Take your cat stretch spine. Roll yourself up to standing. But then take a few little bounces here in your goddess pose. And then we're just going to play. Just have a little fun here. So you're just going to try, I call it like fee, fi, fo fun. You're going to try to lift up that right leg. And so maybe just come up onto the toes. Let's just try that. So the first time we're just going to kind of come up onto the toes. Yeah, so if you need the arms out to the side. And just kind of moving side to side. So knees and toes are going the same direction, that goddess. It's like you're taking big, giant steps. And so just kind of float up and see. If this is too intense, again, you could just kind of come to side, kind of coming up a little bit, gently straightening that opposite leg. So that may be the option, and not leaving the floor at all. Or again, it doesn't have to be high. Whoa, you can play. So just play around. Play around with the pace. Maybe it feels good to go a little slower. Oh, try one more on each side. And come on back to center. Good, walk the legs together. Find your mountain pose. Rooting down to lift up. And letting the arms root down to also help you lift up. All right, let's cross the right leg over the left. And take a forward fold. So if you can, let your head dangle. If it doesn't want to dangle or you're not able to, you hold on to the block. Have your hands on a chair. Have your hands on the wall. Could even be. And then press that back left shin into the back of the calf. So we're trying to counteract any tendency to hyperextend through the knees. So knees could be a little micro bent, and we're press that back leg shin into the front leg calf, just for fun. And press down to inhale, rise up. Good, uncross the right foot, cross the left foot over. When you're ready, hinge forward, exhale, fold forward. And now let that back right shin, or whatever shin's behind, left shin, that back left shin is pressing in, that back right shin is pressing into your left leg. That right leg's in front. Whatever, that one behind is pressing in. Press down through the feet. Inhale to rise up. Carefully uncross. Good. And shake it out. All right. Good. Okay. Just check here. Ooh. Here's my one little. Here we go. Check. Okay, good. All right. There we go. Okay. Just wanted to check the time. I forgot to bring a clock in with me, so just want to take a look and see where we were with time. We're doing dandy here on the time. Let me turn the light on here. All right, let's step the left leg back and the right foot forward. So we're setting up for a warrior one. So that back leg can be about a leg's distance behind. And just sort of see you've got that right leg behind, left knee forward. We're going to bend that front knee. So if this is too intense to keep the heel on the floor, you can always rotate if that feels better, if that feels better for your lumbar. Or if it's available, we're trying to find a little of that stretch as we turn the hips forward. So we're trying to keep that right hip squaring forward, left knee over the knee. Inhale to reach the arms up and overhead. Good. Exhale, hands behind the head. Let's bring the elbows together and gently drop the chin. And inhale, lift up, open the arms, look towards where the ceiling meets the wall. And release. Good. Take that a couple of times, feeling any space that you're creating at the base of the neck. That should feel good. Nice release for the base of the neck. Good. And then you can go ahead, release the hands, take the gaze forward. Feel a little lift through the belly, through the sternum. Option here to interlace the hands behind the low back, or I'm actually just going to take my hands to my hips. Straighten your front knee. So you could do this with the hands interlaced. Otherwise, straightening the front knee, you could have a micro bend in both knees. So now both legs are straight. Good. You could use a wall, if you wanted to be against the wall, to hinge forward or hands on hips. We're just hinging forward. We're taking the torso over that standing front leg without locking out the knee. Coming into Parshvottanasana, standing head to knee pose, kind of a misnomer. Maybe it's a balance challenge. I'm finding it's a little bit of a balance challenge for me today. I can feel some jiggling in my ankles here. Inhale, rise up through the torso and the crown of the head. Exhale, step forward. Good. All right, shake it out if you need to. And when you're ready, we'll step the left foot back. We'll start with that warrior one. Either back heel can be off the floor, if that's kinder for your low back heel off the floor, or that back heel Pressing into the earth, those back toes are going to angle out slightly, front knee is bent. Warrior one, inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Try to turn the thumbs towards the back wall. Maybe bring the pinky fingers a little bit towards the back wall as well. Thumbs go out. And then find your goddess pose here. Relaxing the top of the shoulder. I'm sorry, goddess arms. Relaxing the top of the shoulders. And then you can alternate. Maybe just bring the palms flat. And take a little work here. Reach the arms up and overhead. As you lower the arms, just make some raindrop fingers here. Let the fingers rain down. Straighten the front knee without locking. Option to interlace the hands. Interlace them differently. So take a different thumb or index finger on top if you're interlacing. Squeeze a little bit so you feel that back skin roll together if you can. Exhale, hinge forward or hands to hips. I'm going to take my hands to my hips here. Parshvottanasana, so you're feeling your torso turn over that front extended leg. So you got a little twist going on here as well. And inhale to rise up. Good. Exhale, step the back foot forward. Shake it out, and we'll come to sitting with the legs extended out front. So make your way carefully to the floor. Let the legs stretch out front. Let's send some love to your ankles. Let your ankles circle. And then circle in the other direction. Maybe a few points in flexes. So again, whatever your ankles need to flourish today. Keyword, we're really focusing in on deeper, gentler, and flourishing. Like all good things. All right. So leaving the legs nice and straight. I don't know if we played with this last week or not, maybe not. So take your hands to your hips with your fingers in front of the hips and the thumb in back. And as you would lift the thumb and draw the fingers into the crease, you're going to feel that anterior tilt, the pelvis tilting forward a little. And then as you lower the thumb and lift the fingers, you're going to find a little bit of that posterior tilt in the lumbar. And I'm doing it in my upper back too. So just see if you can feel that a little bit, that pelvic, as you lower the thumb and the fingers lift, you've got posterior. As the fingers lower, but the thumb lifts in the back, you've got that anterior tilt. So find that anterior tilt. Good. Your hands could then come to the side here, or you could float the arms up and overhead with an inhale, exhaling to hinge forward. So just come forward so long as you can maintain that nice anterior tilt. And then you could start to round the upper back. It doesn't have to be very big here. Again, might have the hands back here. Maybe you're able to reach the feet if you want to reach the feet. Good. Yeah, good. Hello. Hi. Hi, Amy. All right, great. Barbara's got it. Good job, Charlie. All right, nice. All right, yay. Sally's there. Hi, Julie. And who else is with us? All righty. Good. Nice work today. Inhale, reach up through the crown of the head. Good. And then folding the legs. So if that's available, nice Sukhasana, easy cross in your favorite position with your favorite leg forward. And exhale to hinge forward. You could bring the hands underneath the shoulders. So see, again, you're going to play around with what works for you. So maybe it's you're just coming forward a little because we want to honor a little bit of that anterior tilt. But you can start to fold the upper back if you want. You could walk the hands out, bringing the forearms to the floor. I need to get my ankles more over my mat. So if this is bothering your ankles, just make sure you got a little padding. Maybe you bring a towel or make sure your ankles are on the mat. You could slide your upper arms. If you've got your forearms on the floor, you could slide your upper arms gently into your shins. And just kind of feel that a little bit of that resistance as the shins gently press into the upper arms into the shins, and you fold forward. And you breathe. And then inhale, rise up, and we'll turn over your right leg. Exhale to take a fold. So folding over that right knee. Try to keep both sits bones down, both sits bones equally weighted. Which means if you find that one side's coming up, then maybe don't go as low. So just come down and feeling that grounding through the sits bones. And last option as we play here would be to take the left elbow. So just be careful here. If you want to take that left, you could bring that left elbow. You could either bring both hands around, that's option A. You could bring that elbow around into a little deeper twist. But see what you need. That might be too intense. So maybe that left elbow presses into the right top of the thigh. That right hand comes back and you take a little twist here, whatever feels good. So long as it feels good. So again, you could just, it could be this way, you're sitting up more and twisting. Maybe that feels right for your back and your body today, or a little deeper twist. See what you need. Inhale when you're ready to come out of the twist, and then we'll exhale over the left knee, take a forward fold. So this is a nice series for both hips and low back. So stay here or move into a twist, which means you could come up and then just bring that right hand over. Maybe this is your twist. Maybe you want to stay a little lower and find that right elbow coming over to the thigh. That left hand could move towards the back. So just be careful. Find a twist that feels yummy for you. And inhale to unwind. Good. And then just take the legs long, shake them out. Your ankles need a little love after being squashed under your forward fold. Thank you, ankles. All right, bend your knees. Coming onto your back, you could hold on to the back of the thighs as you lower down. Here, you lower down. Oh yeah, there we go. You could roll onto your side. I think everybody can see me okay. Whew, good. All right, taking a couple moments to just feel the earth beneath you. Feel the earth beneath the soles of your feet, your pelvis. You can walk your feet a little closer into your hips. Take robot arms, so 90-degree bend in the elbows, pressing the upper arms into the earth, press the back of the head into the earth, and let the chest rise. So just feeling the chest rise here as the arms and the back of the head press down. On your next inhale, float the hips up only so high as you can start to feel the hamstrings lifting right where the hamstrings meet the glutes. Feel that little lift right there without taking it into your low back. And lower down. Set the hips back down. Good. Press the arms, upper arms into the floor, back of the shoulder blades into the floor. Lightly lift the chest. Inhale, float the hips up. The chest is moving towards your chin. Bridge pose here. Setubandha, Setubandha Sarvangasana, bridge pose. Exhale, roll it down. And walk your feet away from your hips. Take your feet wide to the edges of your mat. Let your knees drop together. So we've got that nice restorative internal rotation. Either hands could be over your heart or in any position that's comfortable, or take your hands behind your head to experience, again, that nice opening through the front of the chest. Maybe you feel that through the chest, through the front of the shoulders. Take your deeper, gentler breathing. So appreciating your lungs, appreciating all that your lungs do, how your yoga practice helps strengthen and keep your lungs healthy. And then release the hands. Good, walk your feet in, knees apart lightly. Extend the right leg, bring the right ankle over your knee. So we're moving towards a figure 4 on the floor. You can thread your hands through that left thigh and bring the right shin in towards your chest, keeping both ankles flexed. So such a lovely hip stretch here. Good. And then I'll invite you to just play with the pelvic tilts here, sort of feeling that anterior and posterior tilt. You could rock a little and just explore, just find the place that works for you tonight. All right, release that left leg to the floor, unwind the right leg. Inhale, send that left leg towards the sky, cross the left ankle over, reach the hands behind your right thigh now, bringing the shin towards the chest. Figure 4, ankles flexed. Playing a little with pelvic rocking, exploring anterior and posterior tilting in your pelvis. Oh yeah. And then release the right leg to the floor, take that left leg off. Bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees drop open. So Supta Baddha Konasana, so bound angle pose here on the floor. If that's comfortable, for just a few moments here, you could bring the soles of the feet together, knees towards the outer edge of the mat. So that's that external rotation. We did a lot of that with our straddle stretch today. Our standing warrior, we were working with asymmetric. One was internal and one was external in those standing warrior poses. And then you can carefully take your hands, draw your knees together, bring them into your chest, take a few circles here. You can circle in the other direction. And since we're home, we may not have all the props. Some of the gyms that I work at don't have all of the props. So I'm going to invite you to make yourself comfortable. We're going to end with a short, about a 10-minute yoga nidra. So if you want to get a blanket, or you want to put on a jacket, or you want a pillow under your head, so gather any props. Maybe you want a pillow under your knees. Maybe that would feel good. You can have a little light pillow under your knees. You could, if that Supta bound angle felt good, you could bring some pillows under your thighs and come back into Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe just laying on the floor like you do for Shavasana feels good. Or if you want to take your legs up the wall. So taking a few moments to get comfortable, getting any props that you would need to support the knees. Yeah. A blanket if you're feeling chilly, or a jacket, or some socks, anything that would feel good. So there's no way, as you're settling in here for a yoga nidra, there's no way to do yoga nidra wrong. This is a guided meditation. So getting as comfortable as you can. Let your body sink into whatever props you've set up for it. So be comfortable. If you need to shift and move a little to settle in. What's nice about doing this online is if you do fall asleep and you start snoring, you're not going to bother anybody. It's okay if you fall asleep. So there's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. Don't get agitated if you don't hear everything I say. You might float in and out of consciousness and conscious hearing. But the deepest part of you, your core self, is always listening. So whatever your experience is today, this practice will still work. There's no way to do this wrong. Simply listen without trying too hard. So feel that you are in a safe environment, your protected space. This is nice held space. And come into stillness now and remain still for deep rest and deep nourishment. Feel your deeper, gentler breathing. Feel your bones becoming heavy. Let your bones release and be heavy. As you go deep inside, notice your heart's deepest longing. What does your heart desire? And set an intention or affirmation based on your heart's longing. It will be a positive statement in the present tense, as though it's already happening. For example, rather than I will be relaxed or I will not be stressed, state I flow through life with ease and peace. I am relaxed. So just stating your intention 3 times as though it is already happening. Allow your awareness to travel through your body now on a journey of sensation. Simply feel each part as it is mentioned and without moving, remain still. Welcome all sensation just as it is. Begin with the mouth. Feel your mouth. Feel sensation in your mouth. Feel your jaw, lips, upper lip, lower lip, and notice where your lips touch. Feel the inside of the mouth, roof, under the tongue, upper teeth and gums, lower teeth and gums, tongue, root of the tongue, center of the tongue, tip of the tongue. Notice any sense of taste in your mouth. Feel your left inner cheek, your right inner cheek, and now feel all the parts of your mouth together as a whole. Feel sensation. Feel your mouth as energy, as radiant vibration. Feel your nose and notice the nostrils, left nostril, right nostril, and both nostrils. Notice the breath, nasal passages, and follow the nasal passages all the way back into your head. Become aware of your ears, your right ear and left ear, and both ears simultaneously. Feel the wrinkles and folds of your ears, the back of your ears, earlobes, ear canals. Follow your ear canals into the inner ear. Notice your ears receiving sound and listening. Feel your ears hearing. Feel your eyes, your left eye, your right eye, and both eyes together. Notice your eyelids, feeling each eyelash. Notice where your eyelids touch. Become aware of the surface of the eyes, centers of the eyes, backs of the eyes. Feel your eyes now as energy, as radiant, glowing embers. Bring awareness to your crown, forehead, and face. Feel your whole head. Feel your neck, back of the neck, sides of the neck, and throat. Notice your right palm, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Feel your whole hand alive with energy. Feel your wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, whole shoulder. Notice the notch at the base of your throat. Notice your left palm, thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Feel your whole hand alive and filled with sensation. Feel your left wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, whole shoulder. And notice the notch at the base of the throat. Become aware of the upper chest, upper back, shoulder blades. Feel into your heart center. Notice your abdomen, back ribs, solar plexus. Feel your belly, navel center, pelvis, and hips. Feel your right hip, thigh, knee, lower leg, calf, ankle, foot, toes, sole of the foot, whole foot. Feel again the pelvis, left hip, thigh, left knee, lower leg, ankle, foot, toes, sole, whole foot, and notice both feet. Feel your root between your sitting bones, your navel center, your solar plexus, your heart center, throat center, mouth, third eye between your brows, crown of the head. Feel now the back body resting on the earth, and bring awareness to your whole back body, a sensation alive with vibration. Feel now the front body, filled also with radiant vibration. Pour your awareness like liquid into the right side of your body. Feel the right side. Pour your awareness like flowing sensors into the left side, feeling your left side. Feel your midline. Feel your body as a whole, a complete entity. Feel sensation throughout your entire body. Notice your breath, your gentler, deeper breath, your natural breath as it flows through you. Feel the in-breath and note the out-breath. As you exhale, imagine a wave passing downward through your body, carrying away tensions. As you inhale, a fresh wave flows upward through your whole body, bringing a sense of calm to every cell. Exhale, wave flowing downward through your body to carry away fear. Inhale, fresh wave upward brings serenity. Remember now your sankalpa, your resolve, the positive statement you set at the beginning of this yoga nidra. And say it now as though it is already happening in the present. Find your resolve and inhale it into your body. Let it fill every cell. Inhale your resolve again and again. Easy, gentler breathing. Let the seed of your intention be planted deep inside where it will flourish and blossom. Notice your back body, the side of the body facing the earth, and feel all the places where you touch the ground. Notice the places on the front body that face skyward, and notice all the space surrounding you. Let your body expand wider into the space that surrounds you. Notice your breath. Feel its rhythm and pace. We are now completing the Yoga Nidra relaxation practice. So you could stay there if you'd like, could continue that after we end the session, or before moving, if you want to continue on with me. Sense your fingers and just imagine them moving. Now begin to wiggle your fingers, feeling every sensation as you do. First, take your awareness to your toes. Feel your toes, and then begin to wiggle your toes. Gently rock your head from side to side. Draw a deeper, gentler breath into your belly, into your chest. When you're ready, you can rock slowly over to your side, coming into an embryo position. Imagine that you are water, and pressing that top palm into the floor, flow like a river up to a comfortable seated position. Let your spine lengthen. Take a deeper, gentler breath in, and exhale. Imagine filling with divine light. And bring your hands to your heart center, noticing how you feel right now. Noticing any effects of your relaxation practice. Good. I'm going to let us end the practice with 3 ohms. So I'm going to hit unmute if you want to ohm or you want to just listen. Some of you might, and so if you're staying on the floor, just stay there. You don't have to do anything. It might send you a message asking you telling you that I want to unmute you. And it might ask you to there we go. Okay. Hopefully there. We unmuted. Okay. So if you'd like to join me for 3 ohms, bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale completely. Inhale to the top. Om. There you go, that's better. It's like, what's happening there? Okay. All right. Namaste. Oh, I know, when I unmuted I unmuted my laptop. Sorry about that feedback. Okay, learning all these fun things with technology. Thank you guys for coming today. If you want to stay in your Yoga Nidra and just turn me off, that's fine. If you have any questions or want to join the community, say hello to anybody who's here, please feel free to do that. I'll come up here. Oh, hey, all right. How's everybody doing there? Okay.
Good, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
It was so fun to do it live.
Yeah, and the nice thing about doing a Nidra at home is you can have all your comfy stuff, which we might not have in our gyms or our community centers. So
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, I'm doing through Levy, I'm doing a Yoga to Heal on Saturday from 9 to 10:15. So that Zoom meeting should be on the Levy Center's website if anybody wants to join me for that, Saturday 9 to 10:15. And then I'm doing Power Yoga next Tuesday 9 to 10. And then I'll be back next week for Gentle Yoga. So if you're celebrating Easter or Passover, please celebrate joyfully and safely and have a good holiday.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you soon. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.